For a long time, ChromeOS was something you only really experienced on Chromebooks. Cheap, simple laptops built almost entirely around the idea of doing everything in a browser. And to be fair, that concept worked very successfully. For a lot of people, especially in schools or just for basic usage, ChromeOS makes a ton of sense. It's fast, it's lightweight, and it doesn't slow down over time like Windows machines usually tend to. But at the same time, it always felt a little limited. You were basically living inside Chrome. And unless you enabled Linux support, there wasn't really much beyond that. So outside of Chromebooks, most people never really took ChromeOS seriously as a real operating system, but that is where ChromeOS Flex comes in. Instead of being locked to official Chromebook hardware like this one, ChromeOS Flex is Google's attempt to bring that same lightweight experience to any old PC or Mac. The idea is very simple. You can take a really old laptop, like let's say a MacBook, a old ThinkPad, any laptop around that spec range, or anything that really struggles to run modern Windows, you install ChromeOS Flex on it and suddenly it's usable again. At least that's the promise. It's meant to revive older hardware and cut down on e-waste, and just give you something that's fast and clean without needing powerful specs. But the big question is whether that actually holds up now, especially in 2026. Especially on something like an old ThinkPad T490, with a fairly old i5 and only 8GB of memory. So let's check this out. To actually install ChromeOS Flex, the process starts on Google's official website, where you go through the guide that explains everything that you need to install ChromeOS. You can head on down to the Create USB Installer page, and then you can download the ChromeOS Flex installer image with no issues. I then went ahead and extracted the zip file, and then I ran the dd command which flashed the bin file onto the USB. And within a few minutes you've got a bootable installer ready to go. So let's plug this in and boot into it. Like I mentioned before, we're installing this on a ThinkPad T490, a pretty nice business laptop. It is a very reliable and durable laptop, but of course, Windows doesn't really run as well as it used to on this. So like I mentioned before, let's plug this installer into the laptop. There we go. And let's hit the power button. So if you're installing this on a different laptop, like let's say an Acer, you'll want to find out what the BIOS or boot menu key is on that laptop. So in this case, since we're using a ThinkPad, we're going to need to press the Enter key, and now we've got a startup interrupt menu. And then we've got an option to choose a temporary startup device, which is going to be our ChromeOS Flex installer. So let's hit F12. Oh. And then we're going to hit the USB HDD button. And hey, we've got a pretty nice boot menu screen. So if you've etched the USB correctly, you should head right into the installer. Well, I mean more like the setup screen, but we're obviously going to use this for personal usage, so let's hit that and let's press next. I love how you can just like pause the animation. That's kind of interesting. I'm not going to sign into my Google account just yet. We're going to browse as a guest, and let's hit accept and continue. Now, one thing that I did nearly forget to point out was that you can install ChromeOS Flex into the laptop's internal SSD or hard drive. It does give you the option for that, but I just skipped that entirely. So here's the thing, if your laptop has a hard drive, you'll probably want to stick to just running it straight off the USB stick like I've done here. This laptop does have an SSD, but it's got Windows installed on there and I do not want to touch that. So yeah, we're going to run it straight off the USB. But yeah, if you've got an SSD and you want to completely get rid of Windows, go ahead and install ChromeOS Flex. And if you've got a hard drive, just run it off the USB stick. And that's pretty much it, we're in ChromeOS Flex. So before we run some general tasks, the first thing that I do want to do is go to the diagnostics app and just see if everything's showing up correctly. Okay, so far so good, everything does seem to be showing up just fine. We've got our battery, our processor, we're rocking an 8th gen Core i5, and like I said before, 8GB of memory, which honestly isn't really great for modern day Windows. You should really stick with 16GB, but if you can't, well this would be a great option for you. Alright, well now that we've got that out of the way, we can head on down to doing some general tasks that you'd usually want to do. So first off, we're going to try out the classic YouTube test and see how playback is in both 1080p and 4K. And what better way to try that out by watching some Waffle TM while recording a Waffle TM video. And before I even say anything, I'm just really surprised by how snappy everything feels. Like this web page just loaded in instantly. I will refresh the page and show you guys. That is pretty decent. Right, well let's load up my ThinkPad video while watching this on a ThinkPad. Isn't that ironic? Just insane. And that loaded in really quickly. And if you can't tell, our audio does work. So of course it handles 480p perfectly fine, but let's change that to 1080p 60. And as you can see, playback is flawless. I was just going to put the volume down, and as you can see, our shortcuts do work. We can change the volume, and I'm pretty sure we can also change the brightness. Yep, we can change the brightness. Pretty nice. Okay, so after watching for a few seconds, I've not noticed a single hitch in the playback of this video. So let's move up to 4K 60. Let's see if we can handle that. And it handles 4K 60 perfectly fine. I'm gonna let this play for a few seconds. I've let it play for a few seconds at 4K 60 and it's not stuttered at all. So I think it's safe to say that this thing handled the YouTube playback test perfectly fine. Right, next we're gonna try out and do a little bit of web browsing, you know? I'm gonna open up a few web pages. We've got Instagram and we've also got YouTube. You know what, let's hop into Reddit as well. I'm feeling like a chud today, so. Let's also get Sky News open at the same time, and that loaded in perfectly fine. We've even got the advertisements. These advertisements are always the breaking point of laptops like these. Usually when the fan just starts ramping up like insane, and then the entire laptop just starts stuttering like crazy, but the fan literally isn't even on right now. You know what, let's head back into the diagnostics app and let's see what the temperature is like with these 4 web pages open. And holy crap, 24 degrees Celsius. It's literally handling this all like a champ. So even with all those web pages open, we can scroll Instagram Reels perfectly fine. And of course they want me to log in. I am not logging into my Instagram account on this thing. Now Reddit is just a very unoptimized website in general, so I mean, it's obviously gonna stutter every now and then, but even for a really horrible website, it's still handling this all perfectly fine. And let's head back to YouTube, and as we can see, it's playing back more well. So I think it's safe to say for an operating system that pretty much relies on the web, it handles all of this really well. And like I said before, it hasn't even sweat once. We're at 24 degrees Celsius. It is just insane. Now one thing that I've completely forgotten about on these ThinkPads is the nipple. Does ChromeOS support the nipple? Well, let's find out. And there we go. Full nipple control. Amazing. I really do like touching this nipple. Okay, I'm sorry. So we are back at the setup and I ultimately decided to just log into my Google account because we are going to try and install some apps on this thing. Get Gemini Advanced for 3 months at no cost. No, I do not want your AI stop offer, thank you very much. Select light or dark theme. Let's set that up real quick. I really do like the way the dark theme looks on ChromeOS, so let's keep it as that. And now we're in a sort of different desktop environment compared to the guest mode of ChromeOS Flex. We've got access to a bunch more applications now, and we've even got a YouTube web app, which is pretty cool. This functions the exact same as it does on the web, but whatever, it's pretty nice to see. Now there actually is one downside of ChromeOS Flex compared to, regular ChromeOS. You unfortunately do not have access to the Play Store on ChromeOS Flex. You can just try and look up Play Store and it won't show up, there's just no Play Store for ChromeOS Flex. However, you can install web apps, which basically isn't the same as something like a native application, but they honestly do feel like real applications. So if you go to a supported website, like for example Spotify, you will have the option to install a web app. It says install Spotify, so let's press that. Install app, we can press install. And now we've got our own Spotify web app container. If I am going to be honest with you, it feels exactly like the native web app on Windows. And I can confirm the playback does work. Of course, due to copyright, I cannot play this song, but just take my word for it, it works. Now honestly, you can do this whole web page app thing on pretty much any other website. For example, Discord doesn't really give you the option to do that, but you can do it manually. Like for example, the Discord website unfortunately does not give you the option to install an application, but you can just do it manually. Press the 3 dots, go to cast, save and share, and you can press install page as app. And I'll just name this Discord, and we can press install. And now we've got our very own Discord application, which again feels exactly one-to-one like the Discord application on Windows, or literally just a native app in general. And honestly, if you take the time to install your web applications, these honestly can really feel like web apps. I can literally just alt-tab through my, top 3 most used websites. And it's just all holding up really well. Now lastly, let's talk about file management. ChromeOS Flex is obviously more of a web-focused type of operating system, but that does not stop you from doing basic file management. And yes, you do indeed have the ability to interact with external SSDs. So let's hook this up real quick to the laptop. I'm going to plug this into the Thunderbolt port, that we should have the most bandwidth. Okay, I just realized, unfortunately ChromeOS does not seem to support Thunderbolt. If I plug this into the Thunderbolt port of the laptop, it does absolutely nothing. But if we plug this into the standard USB-C port, it does pick up. So that's one thing I guess to be wary of. And as we can see, all our files do pick up on the SSD in the file manager. I've got a bunch of FLAC files here that I usually use for my OSTs, and we've also got a media player where we can play FLACs and stuff. This is just a track from the Sonic Adventure 1 OST. As we can see, it does play. And you know what, while we're at it, let's give this MOV file a shot. This is a QuickTime video file, so let's see if it plays. That opened up in an instant, and if we press play, it does play back. This is a random clip that I shot with my cinema camera. It was just inspired by David Lynch cinematography. It's very random, but I guess it plays back perfectly fine. So I mean, yeah, I think we can just conclude here. Now here's the part for the more advanced users. If you go into the settings app and go down to about ChromeOS, we have the ability to install the Linux desktop environment, which basically lets us do a lot more in ChromeOS Flex. However, unfortunately, I will not be able to check this out for today's video, but if you guys want to see me check out Linux in ChromeOS Flex, definitely let me know. But you can definitely unlock a bunch more capability out of your ChromeOS Flex operating system enabling this. So after spending some time with ChromeOS Flex, I can honestly say it works surprisingly well. It handled everything I threw at it. I have not heard the fans ramp up in this thing even once. It stayed silent for the entire time I used this thing, whether it be from smooth web browsing to a bit of file management, installing web apps, and checking out pretty intense websites. ChromeOS Flex is lightweight, it's fast, and it's very easy to get running, honestly. It took me 2 minutes to make this USB installer. And this honestly all makes sense if you want to breathe life into an older laptop or just try something different. Because at the end of the day, like everyone says, Linux is definitely a great choice for older laptops. However, Linux isn't really for everybody. Sometimes you just need something really stripped down, and ChromeOS Flex is perfect for that. It's still Linux under the hood, but it's way more user friendly. So overall, ChromeOS Flex exceeded my expectations, and I definitely recommend giving it a shot if you're curious or need a simple, reliable system. And that's pretty much it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, then definitely consider liking the video and subscribing. Again, please feel free to join the Discord server, it's in the description below. We're definitely looking for some people to chat with, so if you are into that, definitely consider joining. And that really is pretty much it. Please do consider checking out ChromeOS Flex. I was not paid by Google to say this, but it definitely blew my expectations. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!